What's up, everybody? Ninja Lee here. I'm on my way out to Patrick's Cycle Shop in Spring Lake, North Carolina. On my way to Lillington this morning, my throttle was sticking a little bit, my chain felt a little loose, and my clutch, I ain't been really happy with it since it was adjusted the last time. And I got a ladies ride tomorrow. We're riding out from the Hardee's 87 in Sanford, riding out to Uwharrie. I can never pronounce that right, but Uwharrie General Store. I think it's out there near Albemarle, but I could be wrong. It's about an hour and a half ride and there, and an hour and a half ride back, so I want to make sure my bike is on point. And most places are closed on Saturday, and I messaged Patrick and I was like, you think you could hook me up, check this over before I have my ride tomorrow? He said yep. So I'm riding out now to a shop, and I seen about 3 bikes. 2 were leaving, heading out towards Sanford. 1 was going into Fayetteville and Spring Lake. But there's a bike event going on today at the Baker's American Cycle out there on Hope Mills Road in Fayetteville. And possibly a bike ride. Not 100% sure. I would like to have went, but I wanted to make sure my bike was on point before having to go on this lady's ride. And I almost missed the road. Look at there, look there. It's easy to miss, but he's on a little back road out there in Spring Lake. Everybody says it's behind the ABC store because that's like a landmark that marks it. But he's an excellent mechanic. You know, he hooked me up in a pinch. So you got to check him out. If you ever need work done on your bike, just call him up. I'll put a link in the description. He also has a Facebook page. I'll put that in the description as well. So yeah, he's fixing to hook my bike up. What's up, everybody? I'm out here at Patrick's Cycle Shop in Spring Lake. I got a ladies ride tomorrow, so I want to get my bike checked over. So he's going to go over some things that you should do before you do rides and regular maintenance. So there's Patrick.
Hey, for those of y'all that don't know me, I'm Patrick Morrison. I run the cycle shop in Spring Lake, Patrick's Cycle Shop, otherwise known as. So got Michelle's bike here, and I'm going to show you just a couple of things, maybe a little 3-minute quick lesson on things that you need to check on a regular basis. Sure, you can take your bike to the shop and have people check it out, but there's some things that you need to do on a regular basis to check your bike out while you're riding. That'll save you some money in the long run. So, number one thing is, I'm not even going to throw numbers on it. One thing you should check is, check your tire pressure. It's easy. Whatever the manufacturer calls for, don't look at what's on the side of the tire. Look at, there'll be a decal either on the swing arm or up on the steering head of your bike that tells you the correct tire size and the correct tire pressure. That decal right there. All right. On the swing arm is also another decal that shows you the proper chain free play for your bike. This is also something that you need to check and adjust as necessary. If you're not confident in adjusting it, then take it to a reputable shop and have it done. But you should at least check it and determine if it needs to be checked. So the way you check it is, now the bike needs to be on a swing arm stand. The suspension has to be loaded, or you can misread the free play. I've also put this bike on a front and rear stand to make it level, because I'm gonna show you something else. So the way you check your chain free play is, you take a tape measure and you go halfway between the front sprocket and the rear sprocket. You go at an angle that's 90 degrees to the chain. You take a tape measure, you lock the tape measure right here at the top of the chain, and you lift it up and let it drop. And then look at the amount it dropped. This one calls for 0.8 to 1.2 inches. Lift it up, let it drop. Lift it up, let it drop. Look straight across the chain for a point of reference. We got right at a little less than 1.2 inches. Well within spec. Now, there's one thing you need to do. Spin the tire around. See how that chain's kind of coming up and dropping? It's rising and falling. This is an important thing that some people overlook is you want to measure the chain where you have the least amount of free play. Right there, it looks like the chain has a little bit less free play. So you check the free play right here. Same thing, lock the tape measure, pull the tape measure up and let it drop. So we got a little bit more than an inch. Okay, that's well within the service limits where it needs to be now. So if you don't check it at the tightest point and you measure it and you're at the loosest point, when you spin it around, the tightest point will be too tight. You can damage your engine shaft, wheel bearings, and that's bad. So do that. You should lube your chain every 200 miles. And then another thing you need to do is the bike, most bikes specify that the engine has to have been running and warmed up slightly. You can run the engine for a minute or so, shut the engine off. Most bikes specify 5 to 10 minute wait. The bike has to be handlebar straight and perfectly perpendicular to the ground, straight up and down. I've got this one on swing arm stands front and rear so that the bike is level, just to make it easy. So what you want to do is turn your handlebar straight, lean the bike up on level ground to where the bike is standing straight up, and then look at the oil level. You see the oil level on this? It's at this top line. Okay, on this bike, that is correct. Refer to the proper service manuals for the correct level, the oil that your bike should have in it. But those are a couple of quick things. Clutch free play. You should also check your clutch free play. This movement of your clutch lever right here is very necessary so that you don't end up with a fried clutch. If you don't have any free play at all, no movement here, it's like riding down the road with your hands on the clutch. Your clutch can slip, it'll overheat the clutch, burn your clutch plates up. And you just went $300, $400, $500 right there, just because of a simple adjustment. It's easy to adjust. You got a turn screw and a lock nut. Not sure how to do it? Google search it, come by, ask me, I'll show you how to do it. It's easy enough. So you want to grab the cable, pull the cable, move the lever and pull the cable in and out. You should have about a 1/4 inch of separation right here at the lever. Most manuals specify 1/8 to a 1/4 inch. If you got too much free play and your lever comes all the way in like this, your bike will be hard to shift, hard to put into gear. So that, and then also the throttle free play. It's a basic adjustment. I get on some bikes and I grab the throttle and the throttle grip twists back about this far, and you're sitting here doing all this just trying to keep your bike going because you got way too much free play. It's an easy adjustment. Under here, there's also a turn screw and lock nut adjuster right up under here. So what you want is about a 1/4 inch of rotational movement, but you want to make sure that open the throttle, let it shut. Notice how it doesn't stick. That's important also. Who wants a sticky throttle? I don't. Hey, that's some basic simple stuff. So hopefully that helps you out and saves you some money and makes your bike run better. That's what it's all about. Ciao.
So much better, the clutch feels so much better. Oh yeah, that's clutch.
That is so much better. I've been riding about 10 miles since I've been adjusted for my clutch and my throttle, and I'll tell you, it's so much better, so much. So big shout out to Patrick Cycle Shop. If you ever need anything done, you need to hook him up. I'll put a link in the description below, and give him a call.
So we're coming up on these 2 roundabouts, and I've only been riding about 2 years. I used to be so fearful of a roundabout, but I love them now. I love going around them. They're fun. They really are. So my hubby called me and he let me know that it was raining at the house, and it looked like I was heading right into the rain. And I was hoping that I could get home and be dry and not get caught in the rain. But it was some dark clouds as I was coming up on it, as my house is not that far from there. But it looked scary. I don't mind riding in the rain. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I don't prefer riding in it. If I get stuck in it, I will. Where I'm at right now, it sort of looks like it's over my house, but once I get around this curve coming up, it'll look different. So the clouds will be on the left hand side of me, and that's like over my house. And the roads are still kind of semi-dry, so maybe I'll look out and not get wet. see here the roads are wet, so we had a rain. I may have just looked out and I'll get home dry.